going on?
Finally, they left you to die.
I hate this hot come-in menu.
What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die?
Oh, thank God. It skipped it. It was really loud. What are you trying to capture? That's not right. Okay, that was weird. Okay. Good morning. I was awake much too late last night. Much too late. Music. What kind of music do we want today? Okay, I can deal with it. I think my light bulbs all went out. 2 out of 4 of them are dead. Good morning. Welcome to the party. Today, we have to do emotes. That's the thing. We have to do all the plant gathering, and I hope they can fix sickles or make better ones. Because plants. Could go for some food. I already hear the talking.
That is good. We are very productive with our conversations.
Can't remember who she reminds me of. That is my pickaxe. Bell and Dragon Fern. This looks really bad. This looks really bad. Topaz.
Huh?
For the volcano to orient myself because I'm always confused here about which direction is which. I don't think these give anything. Yeah, I don't think they do. Broken. Which way is like New Asgard is where I want to go. And I think to do that I gotta go.
Excuse me?
New Asgard is this way. And I don't even have to go all the way to New Asgard.
A torn sailor's vest? A torn sailor's shirt, rather?
Yeah,
This
I
old
had
horse.
a little look. I found the vest. I couldn't find the shirt. I didn't know you'd made a mistake. I'll have another look and see what I can do.
Gotta go this way. Good morning. Okay, it was naked lady.
Whoa!
The NPCs have all lost their minds. Get iron too, I guess, maybe. I mean, if I'm gonna go to New As, might as well. Is there a way to make that map bigger? Imaginary flowers. Those in particular are imaginary. I don't remember what the guide says about those flowers. What does it say about those flowers? Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Specifically bluebells we're looking for. Bluebells, false mandrake, yeah. I don't even remember what false mandrake looks like because I thought it looked like this. I should probably Google false mandrake. I am hungry. Are you hungry? No.
What do you want for food?
What are you making?
Breakfast. Do you want eggs? What do you want?
We got sandwiches? Oh.
Hold on. Did you eat your cheese muffin?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, well then I guess there's...
Okay. Well, that's okay. You making hash browns?
We can make them.
Yeah, I could do hash browns.
Penny.
Oh, like maybe two? I don't know. My stomach is probably bigger. My eyes are bigger than my stomach probably, but
So then, what am
2 eggs and 2 hash browns, unless you got bacon, in which case I'll take bacon. I like bacon. Remember, he won't make this stuff unless I ask him to. 'Cause he doesn't eat it. False Mandrake is at all. At all. The only place I can think of where it is like New Asgard, but that's where I thought everything is. How's the bitter citronella, I wonder? Bitter citronella. Vanilla, true indigo. Yeah, that's another one of those ones you gotta go. It's an Asgard one. That's false mandrake? Nope, that's combo plant. I don't know, I just know get all the plants that aren't the basic plants. Except maybe berries. I don't think the berries give anything. There's the false man. Yes, I knew it was up here. It's one of those things where it's really weird where it's located, and I don't think there's super much of it. It looks exactly the same as the gray lupine, though. I think it's just a different region. What happens when we live in the north where there's no things? But all that bluebell. Horse is getting shot. Oh yeah. Chasing us. A naked man is chasing us. I'm pretty sure it's an NPC though, so it's probably fine. were flowers. I didn't want to harvest you anyways. I didn't want to harvest you anyways. I didn't like you. You don't like me. It's fine.
Break it down yesterday because it dawned on me all the dishes I needed to do. Right here.
I like the grass, but I feel like I should turn it off. I don't know. I don't know. Like, these aren't even things. They're just there and decorative. Widow's leaf. Seeds.
And I don't know why that crazy lady was like 1.5. It turned out just fucking fine. Goddamn second yoke. Like, that whole thing was stupid.
I had a quest thing that I wanted to check out, and I wanted to map these quests. This is the faction quest for the Order of Elvenor, or whatever it is. Okay. So, it's... First one is 06. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hold on. We're getting attacked by a pig. We are. Second one is F11. F11. Jesus Christ, talk about like... F11, D14, and you just put these all like a million miles away. This is gonna be like way up there. D14, G14. You're trying to make me cold. Yeah, I don't know where. This is gonna be a challenge, I think, to find these. G14. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's located somewhere in the dark depths of the mountain. Search the passage between the jungle of the northern caravan and the underworld. So here-ish. The Harpy caves, maybe. I really thought bitter citronella was down here, but I don't. I could be totally wrong. I think this is all berries. Maybe not. No, what are these? That's hops. I'll bring some of these back because I know that's for brewing. This is midnight flower, so that should be. No, that's a Stir's Glory. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna break my sickle. I don't think I need the crenella, but I know, like, as a group, we need crenella. That's definitely one of those things that we should get, but What's up? Good morning. What happened on DSRP? Is it down? I was on DSRP. Did the last Oasis server go down? Like, we all agreed we were gonna be done playing on there. Well, not all of us. There's still a couple people, but most of us were like, we're gonna play this Conan server. Oh my god, look at these plants. Look at these plants. They're so big. I don't remember Astur's Glory being that big. it being like that, but that's okay. I don't remember a lot of things. New Asgard. My favorite place to hang out? A little lizard lot over here. That was where I always hung out here. All the time. Because, like, over here they gave us literally all the ores and stuff, so like, we were always here because we always had everything we needed, and I built a little shit shack here all the time because I was like, yeah, this is fine, I'll just live there. I don't know where the citronella is, though. That might be a challenge. Grab a baby wolf because that's clearly something that, you know, she would do. She would grab a baby wolf and be like, look, I found a baby puppy. Okay, dog. And I know they're over here. There's a demon wolf over here too. I am kind of tired. Mostly hungry. So, not bad all around, just... You know, oh! I'm gonna drown. I totally forgot that the server was restarting. I guess it was a marathon. That's like how much I normally game though on a Saturday. I was up a little earlier than I usually start, but that's a normal amount of gaming for me on a Saturday. Oops. Like, Liliana followed, so thank you for the follow. Cover my boobas. Got up, I showered. Said, what are we doing today? And he said, nothing. And I was like, okay. Gathered some plants. That was a really long 5 minutes. I feel like I don't understand how long 5 minutes really is. It's just kind of like, well, it's a certain amount of time. I guess we could do painting. Oh, I better open the paint. Paint. Emotes. Okay. Emotes are square, so what kind of... We're gonna go...
Take the dog out, Patty. Finding you.
You would think it would feel shorter and shorter, but it doesn't. We'll make a book for an emote. Like the tiny dragon on a book. What?
Hello.
Perfect. It's a perfectly drawn book. New. Perfect book. Yep. Why is my brush so small? My artistic skill doesn't work very well when my brush is tiny. Okay, so I drew the book. Then we draw the pages of the book, because I understand layering concepts for art. Pages. New. Pages of a book. Yep. That's how pages look. And then we gotta color them white,
Simple
because
recommendation.
pages are white.
Your dad does tolerance.
It looks like a book. It's perfect. It's a book. Okay, we got the book part of it. It definitely looks like a book. No questions. It's a book. And then you have to draw the tiny dragon with she would be reading the book. Kids arguing about she couldn't hear anybody because she had headphones on. Will you pop one off? Certainly couldn't hear leaning on my damn doorbell last night at like 11 o'clock at night. My own kids doing it. Okay, that seems like the wrong size. She'd have new, 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 new. And this is for her little horns. Oh my god.
No, the coconut. Yes. That can
Book emote. Yay, book emote. File, save as book.
everything I do.
Let's throw that in the Discord real quick. Because that's honestly where I save all my stuff is in the Discord.
Once a
And then I gotta figure out how to go onto Twitch and load it. Twitch. Video producer, maybe?
no, you can do yours first
Setting.
because I don't even
Emotes.
know.
I get a new emote slot. I only got one. I thought I got more. Oh. I really did think I had more emote slots. Book. Okay. 2 emotes now. Yay, 2 emotes. Server come back up while we're waiting. Restart info. Server's shutting down. It is not back up yet. Get the hell out of
If
here.
I not use the coconut flour, that might be the other differences.
The mod's updating. So I should update the mod. Well, while we're waiting, anyone got any shitty doodle ideas? Gives evidence by this one that, you know, we're really good at drawing. I should draw a techno koala making eggs and bacon for breakfast, because I remember I was supposed to draw a technical koala, like a cyborg koala. I don't remember why I was supposed to draw a cyborg koala, but oh, that was bad. Just gonna make eggy bacon. Perfect koala body. Oh, gotta get the pan. think that looks like eggs. I don't think it looks like eggs. See, I try and get into detail and stuff like that happens and it looks very confused. Maybe if I put like a bacon strip. It's a bacon smiley face. Yeah, definitely Brefkus. Brefkus with koala friend. Perfect. What makes him a cyborg? We're just gonna start Brefkus with koala.
She said that was like powerful
Brefkus with koala. Cody, you should be able to see the new emote. It should be up in like a minute. Maybe. Usually the approvals are pretty quick. I don't think anybody's like, oh my god, she's gonna draw text. She's gonna draw dicks, oh no. Server's up. Okay, I just gotta let it update then. Dicks, oh no, not dicks. Save this. Oh no, no, I wanna save it before you like screech at me. Okay.
First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride.
So, just so everybody knows, I'm pretty sure Harpy
Finally,
can't see any of the chat.
they left you to die.
You mean there wasn't much chatting?
What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left but to live or die?
I think Harpy has become like an ostrich. She's an ostrich now. Yeah, no, nobody's chatted in a bit. No worries. Yeah. I don't know why my video capture's really kinda trash. It's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I have to reset the Conan video capture every single time. It sounds like it's almost Brefkus time, but I'm gonna probably be drowning in the water because I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah, blah. I think the new emote's approved, though. Sides change. Blah 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 blah. This will take like 10-20 minutes to update the mods. Or it'll just crash. Be like, no, you can't do that. I probably need a different me right back. Cause the one I have is just my shitty doodle one. Yes.
Dinner or breakfast?
Okay, I'll be back in a bit. It won't be much. I will be dead, I'm sure.
It's not bad because you get
know why I'm over encumbered. That's super weird. I wasn't over encumbered before. I'll be back. Go eat real quick and then I'll be back.
Correct. So you just shut your mouth and following the instruction. I am following the instruction. It has worked every time thus far. Pizza crust. We've been saying it like numerous times. I am making the other pizza crust. Did you sift it? Fine. Okay. I give you what you asked for.
Yes. Now I have breakfast for dinner. Breakfast for dinner. Oh, I mean, I'll be hungry in 3 hours. An egg and a hash brown and a piece of bacon. Which what this tells you is if you're actually going to serve me food, an egg, a hash brown, and a piece of bacon is good enough. You know what? That's perfect time to eat breakfast.
Everyone got up.
It is when everybody got up, so it's perfect. Well, I mean, you have to boss him. You have to boss him into making food until he's got to wake me up. If he doesn't, because he's being naughty. Okay. We're arguing about breakfast and
Almost 2:30 in the afternoon. Why am I overburdened? Where did that come from? Where did that come from? I don't understand how I became overburdened
To know the past, child,
like that.
is to avoid the same mistakes in the future. When we fled from our sinking islands, we made landfall on the eastern coast of this
Also, all of a
continent.
sudden was very
There
overburdened,
were
and I don't
people
know why.
there with whom we had traded from time to time. As we made landfall on their coastline, they took it as an act of aggression. Half drowned, numbed by the loss of our homes, the wicked Kari took full advantage of our plight. We were rounded up, chained, and put to work. That was the first time that our people became slaves.
Why can't I get on this horse? Whatever. Whatever. Oh, that's why. That's why. Server's broken. I broke it. Perfect. Let me check if they said that it came down or if I'm just an idiot. No, I'm just dumb.
This actually.
Let's try the direct connect. Because I can't get in. I don't know what I did. Nobody sees that. I think I gotta like update my mod or something. And that's why it's doing that. Just waiting for an update. Oh, look at this. Connection timed out. Try to reload the game. Anybody know why it's broken? Try it again. See if we can get it to work this time. Just a little bit. I don't know what that was. Wow, now the game is gonna screech really loud. It's so noisy.
First, they took your family and your riches. Then they took your health and your pride. Finally, they left you to die.
Why doesn't it like...
What will you do, exile, when there is nothing left
know
but
how
to
to skip
live or die?
Other than it just does that, and then it starts streaming, and I don't get it at all. Yeah. I lost this. I lost this. I found it.
Stuff ready to go. I need you.
True indigo. Found in juggles. And deserts areas near water. Oh, so that would mean it's like Sepulchre City. Did you get kicked? I did. Did you? I got kicked and I think it was my mods didn't update or something. I haven't been able to join since the restart. They did specifically say, make sure your mods are up to date, but I don't know how to do that. So that's the thing. I have no idea how the mod stuff works at all. Mhm, mhm, mhm. I need to ask Faust if I can like change my role. Just like that. Blah, blah, blah. That's my role right now. Currently, I'm listed as a courtier, but I don't really think I'd like that idea. I think she'd be really fun to be like a librarian, but like she's not actually a librarian. She's just always in the library and she never leaves. And she just knows where stuff is because she's in the library all the time. She's like, what do you know? And I don't know. It probably is. It could be under one of these books, probably. I think it was. I saw it over here. I might have hidden it somewhere. Oh, look, there's some birdseed in this book. It must have been me who was reading it last. Yeah. She doesn't work there. Nobody's paying her to be there. They'd actually prefer she left, but she's just there. So. I'll have to like pay people to give me like the RP items. Hey Jar Jar Jamal, welcome to the stream. Like, so like there's Black Hand sea shanties and like there's RP little paper items, and I want them. I need them for reasons. For reasons. I'm actually really glad that we're not like in a separate area, that we're just in Camelot. I think that's a lot better than if we were somewhere else. That woman has no top. And what we do need though is what are we talking about? We're talking about Conan Exiles, Age of Calamitous, Time of Origins server. It's a roleplay server with like conflict design set up into it, and my character Harpy Tregor is this she's just constantly confused. She's an old lady who's just you don't know if she's telling the truth or she's lying, and she just does stuff. She just straight up does stuff. Puts things, like she'll be in people's houses and they're like, why are you in here? And she's like, oh, am I not supposed to be in here? Play Time of Origins. It started yesterday. They do have an application process, but they're pretty good. And it's a lot of fun, and I broke Conan. I can't get it to work. I think there's a mod update and nobody knows what they're doing now. I do need to talk to the armor smith and be like, I need these dyed in such a way that they reflect my soul. Ah. I don't even know how you resub on stuff anyways. I saw somebody else got in, but I don't know. I'm not joining. I don't even see the server. Mods. Oh, how much you want to bet I need to come here and fix this here?
Yeah, so far I'm not really.
No, what are you doing? Yeah. So, fun fact, what you're seeing is not what I'm seeing on Conan. It is lagged the hell out. How many people? It goes up to 90. It is a Conan server, so it's like one server. And I know there's more than 90 people signed up. Conan just broke. How do I refresh? Available mods. Heralds of Strife RP Extra. Where did this come from? Yeah. How do I join? So in if you see the tiny dragon lair, that's my Discord. I have any announcements, the servers posted there because I don't remember things if I don't write them down. So you can just jump in there and it's just posted in announcements, and you can leave if you don't want to hang out with me where I do shitty doodles and stuff like that. They said Age of Calamitous was the one that needed to be updated. Workshop. Yes. The mods are on, the admins are on, so they have to manually approve the whitelist server process, but they're good and they're nice people. Make sure you read the rules. Have you RP'd before? You roleplayed before? Hmm? Refresh. Can I go to workshop? How strict is it? It is I would definitely not say it's like an entry level RP server. So like last Oasis, Darkside RP we were just on was an entry level RP server. It was really loose on the rules. So if you know how to roleplay and you've played on a GTA server, you're probably fine. It's not KOS or Attack on Site, so if you're really PvP motivated, maybe not this server, but I know there's PvP events. It's a war games kind of server, so like there's two sides. They're set up to be in conflict with each other. But right now everybody's just kind of learning AOC, getting like their characters set up. There's two towns. There's Camelot, which is the Arthurian Knights, and then there's like a Viking town of like Logotham or something like that. And then there's like the wild people who are Fae and Fairy and mythical creatures. I don't know how to get to Steam to update this damn thing. And it's causing me a heartache. It's causing me a feeling. Age of Calamitous. Show me. Age of Calamitous. The best mod that Conan has. Subscribe. Subscribe. Edit has been added to my list. Checking permissions. Time of mods. Tab of origin. There we go. See, it's at 32 and 90 right now, and most people are having an issue rejoining. Because... Is my overlay turned off? What do you mean my overlay? I think I had overlay turned off for last Oasis, if it's the Steam overlay. Hey, I fixed it. I got in. This is my crazy bird lady. I need to go ask the armor to like make me like think feathers and fluid. It's, you know, have you let the spirits flow through you? So it's very important. It's very, very important that you have all of these. And we'll see what he comes up with. And be like, I need it died. I needed to represent my dark and tortured soul. She stares off in the wilderness. Yeah. Yep. There's the wolves. Run away! So one thing I don't like about New Asgard is the wolves. There's always wolves here. Just constant wolf infestation. Yeah. So, it seemed to work. I went to Steam, I uninstalled it, I reinstalled it. Well, I subbed and unsubbed. But I think it was just taking a minute to catch up, I think. Why is my horse not following me? It's like real confused over there. So, the idea was I was just gonna get some stuff quick and then get in a fight with my pony, who is stuck over there. Maybe I'll gather all the iron and they'll be like, why did you do this, you psychopath? And I was like, we needed it. For reasons. For reasons, we needed all of the iron. All of it was necessary. It was entirely required. It was very important that we have all of the iron. If we did not have all of the iron, we just wouldn't have all the iron, and we need it for reasons. Because Harpy would just be of the opinion that when you need something, you need all of it. Oh, that's the NPCs chasing me. I was like, what's that? And there's like a little fort up there, which is our fort. Because I try to like, how's the server going? It's good. It's fun. I haven't really interacted with anybody this morning. I've been kind of like grabbing some stuff. I made a new emote. Just figuring out. But I know people are in and having fun. So, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. Just take the horse over to the place with the 20,000 iron. Like, this is how much iron we need. We need it all. No, but it's going well this morning. I haven't interacted with anybody. But I do think I got a better handle on who this character is. She is wobbly and confused and flittery. She reminds me of like an ostrich. She really does. I don't know why. She's definitely not a respectable bird in any way, shape, or form. I was going to really, really try to play her as a serious character, and she's just not. She thinks she's serious. She's not serious. She doesn't like tell jokes or play tricks. She thinks she's very serious, but even the voice, she's not serious at all. Oh, well, we'll just have to do it this way then, you know. And I don't know who that voice is stolen from, but I know it's stolen from somebody. I can't remember or place it. Who had a voice like that? It's a little bit like the sage, Orion. Has something a little bit like that, but not quite. It's not quite the same thing. Oh, look, there's a person here. Oh, well, I suppose you're here for iron too, then. Well, I was actually looking for a lot of coal, but I figured I was here. I should get some iron. Oh, good.
Yes, it's always a good idea to have extra iron.
Well, I don't use it, but I was hoping maybe they would like it. I don't know. The blacksmiths are always mad at me for being in the shop. Goodbye. Came back. Oh, he's made of coal. Interesting. Interesting. All right. I'll see you later then. I don't know if she's gonna grab it all though. That's one of those things. I don't know. People tend to grab just a little bit. Yeah, no, I got the initial. Yeah, I got the initial weapon. Sorry. Make weapons. Do I have to speak to a weaponsmith or can I make them myself? You should talk to the weaponsmith, but the first set you get yourself, and the weaponsmith will like do it for you. Like there's roles people play. And that's one of them is like we have 4 smiths or something crazy like that, but you don't have to. It's kind of just encouraged in RP. And you at no point should you ever be without something. Like that's one of those things. Like this is not a server where I mean, you're seeing how much I'm getting here. Like this is not a server where you're supposed to be short on stuff. Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing good. Have you seen a coal pit? I need more coal than I really need iron. I need the carbon. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Winfred, young lady.
Oh, you young lady. That's so precious of you. Yes. Yes.
Oh, have we met before? You can't look for a little bit.
Oh God, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm fine. I don't know. My hand's a bit foggy. My name is Harpy Tregor. I'm around. That's me.
Look, you say again.
Yes, I'm like 10. I'm always usually around. You'll find me here or there and in everyone's business. It's my business to be in everybody's business. Make sure they're doing okay.
What's your name?
Harpy Tregor. The modded, yes, it's like times 10 or crazy.
Sure, it's right, Harpy Tregor.
Harpy Tregor, like.
Harpy. I believe. We met yesterday. I think.
Possibly.
I think.
I was a little bit rattled yesterday. Don't worry, it's okay.
Okay. You feeling better?
Ah, yes, definitely. I agree. Yes.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's very good.
And I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
I'm Winfred, young lady.
Were you the one stuck in the floor?
Stuck in the floor.
In the floor, there was a man in the blacksmith floor, and I perhaps took a crowbar to the blacksmith floor to get him out, because he was screeching hard to high heaven, so I had to pull him out. And I left a really big hole in the blacksmith's floor.
I don't remember. I remember, falling off the stairs today, and and I can't remember the rest of it. I was in the tavern, drinking.
Oh, with the keeper of the pocket junk. Oh yes, I love the tavern. They're so nice there. Anytime I don't know what to do with something, I just give it to them. They love it.
Yeah, they're so nice.
They are so very nice.
Free drinks.
But have you seen? I think it was True Indigo I was looking for. Have you seen any of that? I need it for reasons. It's very good for your eyes.
I don't. Oh.
Angry.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Come here. I shall take care of it, fair lady.
Oh, goodbye, fireball monster thingy. Why are there so many of these in here?
I have no idea.
There just seems to be an awful lot of them, honestly, today. What are you out here for?
Oh, I'm here to, do some jobs. I'm, collecting iron.
Oh, so am I. Do you got a horse?
No. Unfortunately, I don't.
Wait, you... Oh, well, I should go get some horses, because I believe that we've completely run out. My kinsmen just were like, oh my goodness, horses. And I might have left one in a horse followed me into a dungeon yesterday. I got locked behind a bar, and there was a very large thing, and it whacked the crap out of my horse, and then there was no more horse.
Oh no, so your horse died, did it?
Oh, yes, that's different than horse here, who seems to have survived a little bit longer with me.
Yeah.
But
I would be worried if he risen from the dead.
Yes, but if you're going to collect the iron here, and I believe you're taking it back to Camelot, yes, I could go get
Yes,
horses instead. And so that people can ride, because I know everybody likes them, and I love to steal little baby animals right out from the mother's noses. It's so wonderful.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yes, so...
That's so much wonderful. You're doing a good deed, getting people horses.
It's the best stuff. It's just I like to take the baby animals. I was looking for a baby wolf, but I couldn't find one. He's frisky little puppies.
Oh dear, you can find them. I believe there's some west of here somewhere.
Yeah. Usually they're by the little town down there, but I couldn't see any. So
Yeah.
I was. But I'll go get horses if you're going to do iron. That's not a big deal. Actually, the iron was just kind of an extra thing, if you'd prefer. Do you have anything you'd like me to carry back? The horses can carry just boatloads.
I haven't even started gathering yet, so
Yeah.
so
Yes.
I'm all good.
Yeah, okay, well, I will leave you to this, and I will go get horses so that by the time you come back to Camelot, there should be animals for you to ride. Have you checked the stables? There's almost always 1-2 in there. And if it's not named, it's
no.
unclaimed.
No, I haven't. Oh dear, I haven't. Oh, I should really go back then and get some.
Yes,
Get one.
Yes, because the horse will carry everything for you, otherwise you'll have a very difficult time walking.
Oh yeah. I can imagine my poor back weren't able to deal with that.
But I'll go pick up some baby horses, just because I know we were out last night and there weren't enough, so I'll go get some to make sure that you have one,
course.
okay? You have a good day, alright?
Oh, well, good day, young lady.
Young lady. That's funny, dude. The only place I know that the horses are in that valley. I know there's a bunch of them, but... It was the carbon I wanted more than anything else. Okay, screech. Yeah, it's like times 10 mod or something crazy. I mean, AOC is still a grind, but they set it up so you can RP and do that stuff without having to, farm for a million hours. So, that's the story. That's the story, Morning Glory. I just want to check and see maybe that there's something. There's usually a really good thrall here, but I don't want to spoil for myself where the books are, but I want the magic. Like, me as a player wants it because I've never done that, but I don't want to spoil it. You're over encumbered now too? Okay, so I don't think your mod's updated because I was over encumbered and then I wasn't. I think your mod's not updated because it let me in and then didn't update, but once I did the thing, it fixed it. It was really weird. I went and I looked at the mods from the server settings and it was like, oh, okay, we'll just fix that there. Yeah, but we gotta grab baby horses because I think we're out. And it is a jaunt out here, so if you don't have a horse to come out here to pick them up. I want the totem. Do I have totemic fodder for these guys? I know I have totemic fodder for some stuff, but it's 2 swift foals. Oh my goodness. Look at them swift foals. There's another one over there. My horse looking at me funny. There's 2 more. There's 4. That's another 4. They're not a huge deal to pick up, but it's everybody's like, oh, I don't know if I can have a horse. I'm like, well, you can have a horse. I raised them. They're good little animals. And I know I'm kind of multi-classing, but this map is big and the teleports are. It's more fun on the horses specifically because you're more likely to run into people. And that's all it is. You're more likely to run into people with the horses than you are with the teleports. Yeah, you're gonna run into people in the teleports, but nobody really stops to talk to anybody in the teleports. So I'm just trying to like spew out horses there, and it's not like that's a skill either. It's just I pick up baby animals like left and right, and I know where there's 4 horses to pick up in a 30-second run from each other. So it's like, I'll just grab these, and then we'll have something to do. And then everybody like RPs that they can't make the saddles. I'm like, just make some saddles, just make them, because we need them. We gotta get those saddles. Gotta have them. There were 2 more up here, but I could be wrong. Lost my horse. The baby wolves are supposed to be down here too, I think. You know what I do need though? A better backpack. Because there were baby wolves are supposed to be here, but they're not. Oh, there they are. Alright. Oh my god, they're gonna get me. Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's the Sunder stack was a little bit overboard there. Woo-wee, that was a lot of Sunders. Woo-wee, that was a lot of Sunders. Oh, that sounds like another wolf. Come here, baby, come here. I need you. I want them, and I want them to be painted like puppies. Like, I found puppies! I found an entire litter of puppies! Ah! I'm really, really, really beat up though, oh my god. Where's my stew? There's my stew. Yeah. I need those aloe potions. I gotta make some of those. Like, oh my god, do I need those? Stuff that I know is lighter than these animals. There's a crazy woman who keeps bringing animals into spaces she should not be bringing animals into. Because of course she does. There's a West Desert portal, so I'll come in here and I'll get the desert stuff that I need to get to. I think this is just straight fiber. And True Indigo has got a different sort of thing to it. There's a reason I would always come into here, and now I can't remember what it's like, but it's around the water. Where's my horse? Where's my horse? These things teleport like crazy. but the bitter citronella should be up here because this is where the true indigo should be. Should be. You might have to go all the way down to New River for it, and I don't know if that's the chase or not. Huh? Hey, listen! Hey, listen! Oh god, a rhino baby. We're gonna grab one of these. It's fine. Don't tell the mom. Don't tell the mom. It's fine. What? Okay, 1 second. Let me just not stand in the middle of the place where I stole the rhino cub from a rhino mom. Give me 1 second. Okay. What do you got? What do you got to show me? What are you making? That's Alfredo sauce. Oh, it's the pizza crust. So this is the cheesy pizza crust?
Yeah, touch it.
What is this you put on it?
Alfredo sauce.
Oh, you're making Alfredo chicken pizza. I get it, okay. And bacon. Oh, I'm good, beat up.
What?
I mean, this looks... Can I show this?
Sure.
I'm gonna borrow your... So this is made out of what now?
Cheese.
Well, no, it's cheese and...
It's the exact same thing as the bread.
So this is cheese and almond flour, and this is Alfredo sauce, and eggs, and coconut flour, right? No coconut flour in this one. This one doesn't have coconut flour, but
It has xanthan gum instead.
xanthan gum, which is a binding agent. And he's making Alfredo pizza out of it, and it actually looks pretty good. Half of his stuff I get real nervous about because I'm like, yeah, but that looks good.
That's not nice.
I do get nervous about some of your stuff because some of it's really gross.
Like what?
I tried to tune out the really gross stuff. You were the one that said the oyster soup tasted like onions. So that's on you.
That one was gross.
Oh god, that's a boss.
It advertised itself as clam chowder, and it was
It's a lot of bunnies.
not clam chowder.
Yeah, so there's a couple things that he makes that are like, oh, these are really good. And then there's a couple things that he makes that I'm like, oh my god, I'm afraid. The bread, after a couple of different things that he tried, what he found was the cheese bread is actually really good. And I'm not saying that like good as a substitute for bread. I'm saying it is a good alternative for bread. It is good.
And it's good.
And it's good. It's just very cheesy. It is like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it is the cheesiest, dense biscuits you'd ever had. Which, I mean, if you like cheesy bread, it's not cheesy like pull apart cheesy, but it is cheesy like tastes like cheese. Specifically cheddar, that one is made out of. Where is the angry rhino going? I'm looking for Sark. There it is. Citronella stuff right there. Not citronella, the lunar hemp, bitter quinoa. Well, half of the stuff you call good is not stuff that I'm like wanting, so. Well, yeah, you make everything spicy. And I can't deal with all the spicy stuff. He makes a lot of spicy stuff. I gotta find more of that bitter citronella stuff. It's really weird looking stuff.
I'm sorry. I grew up eating food with people that knew how to use spices.
Oh, shut up.
Your sister knows how to use this garlic.
That's not nice. Why you gotta be mean to my sister? She wasn't even involved in this conversation.
Because those garlic things were gross.
I can't see the thing that I'm trying to collect because I have my foliage turned up, and that's trash. It's trash. I only know of those like 3 little ones over there though. I don't know of any more of them.
I take it you don't want a piece of my jalapeno bacon?
No, no, I'm okay unless you just want to bring me bacon. Bacon? I still have a piece of bacon, so no worries. No worries. It's okay if you don't want to share your bacon with me.
That jalapeno chicken that had all the cream cheese on it?
Oh golly. Oh golly. This isn't pizza. This is like a calzone with food on top. Not pizza by any stretch of the imagination. It is a flatbread with food on it. But you call it pizza if you want.
That's what pizza is!
No, pizza. It's tomato sauce based.
No!
Yes, tomato sauce and cheese, and that's what makes it pizza on a flatbread.
You're wrong.
Everything else is just another flatbread food.
You're wrong.
Okay, whatever. What is pizza? Define pizza.
Flatbread with cheese and toppings.
What about a sauce?
The sauce can differ. I've had pizza with barbecue sauce.
Well, you didn't say that was a requirement for pizza. I think cheese is a requirement for pizza. I think pizza without cheese is silly. And I think it's gotta have a red sauce. Where's my damn horse? Just standing over there. Doing that. It's good. It's fine. Should have a survey. What is pizza? What makes pizza pizza? Is there a portal down here? I feel like there should be, but there isn't. Unnamed city. I don't know what's in here for the mod. Like, I don't know what's in here for the mod. But I don't think that was in here before. Those are relic hunters. There's not usually
Set, did you see that?
trees in here. What are these? Are these silver nodes? Tin? I don't know what the hell tin is. Oh, these are the specialty nodes. That's what these are. That's just straight rock. Cobblestone, maybe? Or is that straight rock, too? I need a follower to put shit into, too. Like, I just need stuff to put stuff into. It's very important. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of fiber. like some dangerous shit down there. Glowing green. Safe. Totally safe. Yeah, anything that glows, I just kind of assume is hyper fucking dangerous. Oh yeah, those things are not fun. Oh my god, they shoot fireballs. I thought Age of Calamitous was about the orcs versus the elves and the humans. This is like a totally different thing. And I don't know how to like what any of it is. Like I don't remember any of this. I thought it was, but now it's all these shadow creatures and I was like, is that a thing? What are these shadow creatures? Oof, that's a carpenter. Archer. We need them. I mean, we don't actually need them. But fighter, archer, fighter. Confused archer. Archer. Fighter.
Do not be afraid, bonded. Have you come to seek a way free of the bonding bracelet, human? There is only one chance, and a very slim one at that. You must assemble the items of power
Taskmaster.
that were present.
Ooh, that's a Taskmaster, and that is a Ron Swanson mustache on that man.
The mask of the witch queen, the tears of creation.
So that's a thing. That's a thing. Do you think the spot that I always check will have a piece? This is so cool. I didn't know you could remod like this. This is really, really cool. Get out of there. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. There's a little box up here. There's a couple of them like that. Like, and I don't like to go farm fragments of power because I think they're old news, but you know. Where's this horse? Oh my god, horse. Oh my god, horse. We're coming. Now I'm in combat apparently. Per usual. That's pretty normal for me to be in combat though. Like, that's normal. No, thank you. There's a mammoth in here. It's a demon mammoth. Oh, definitely. That's a definitely no thank you. I'm okay, but no. Those are demon panthers. No, 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 no. Baby dragon, you're in such a weird place all by yourself over here. Baby dragon, no! We're just trying to leave the desert. And then, if I remember correctly, we had to come up this way. I wonder what that does to the FPS with those things up like that. Like, I'm just curious. I'm gonna just ride my horse right out of here. It's fine. Ooh, that pony was not happy. Was not a happy pony. Oh. I guess we could go to the silver mine. We're right here. I just tried to whistle my horse. You don't fall to your death. Also, hi. Hi, Shinoba. Yeah, I am not the kind of person who takes very good care of themselves. So, yeah, falling to my death, very, very possible. Yes, the silver mine, I think, is right over here. What did I do? What did I go out for? Bluebells? What did I come back with? A lot of stuff. It's not pizza! That's one, that's not little. Two, that's not pizza. Somebody must have just been here because there's no silver nodes. So. Okay. I am wrong then. Maybe I'll get more citronella. Maybe I'll get more citronella. It'll be fun if I am some. Are you playing, Shinoba? Shinobi? Shinobi? Just massacring your name, I'm sorry. If you're playing, who are you playing? Oh look, I found the Stormholds. They're like yelling at these Stygians. What is this? This is a very strange standoff. Strange standoff. You're John White. Gotcha, gotcha. Oh god, don't, like, attack me. They were coming for me. You saw that? They had their weapons out and everything. Harpy does not have a very good sense of self-preservation. Cause I mean, she's brain-addled. She's pretty hard, like brain-addled, pretty badly actually. So trying to get a straight answer out of her is a challenge. Oh geez, now they're angry. Now they're angry at me. I always forget that like some of them are hostile. Just like a few are hostile. It's really weird. Where's the citronella? Who stole all of the citronella? I can't find any citronella. Where's the citronella, guys? This is the slaves market. I'm actually here to get rid of my corruption. Is that like a lost Stormhold guard? I think it is. There's like one Stormhold guard and he's just like, I'm lost. I don't know where I am. We've gone all the way around this and not gone the correct way once. Okay.
Good day, noble adventurer. I am Gilzan, treasure hunter and man of fortune. If you are planning to wander the avenues of this cursed city...
Yay, I found it. I found it, guys! Just hang out here. Not get my ass kicked by literally everything. Find some citronella and go home, I think. Okay, I finished my milk now. I can have my energy drink. I need a real weapon though. And I gotta fix like what the hell is going on here, cause it's yikers is what it is. I don't know what's happening here. I love agility. This is one of my favorite. But this build, whatever the hell this is chaos. Confusion. It makes no sense. How do you use these? Ooh, a scroll. These are what I want to collect. Look, I want to collect these things. Shanties, scrolls. Actually, no, I have to check because I don't know if this gives something. Yes, it does. Oh, God. Can't remember how to swim. to do. Ah, da, 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 da. I gotta stop, I think. Because my sickle's gonna break on me, and I don't know what to do when they break. I don't remember if they break all the way or what. Alright, I need, then, when I get back to the library, I need to find a place that I can start stashing these scrolls and stuff. And I need to start asking people, have you seen scrolls or books or tomes or shanties or, like, any of that specific stuff I really like and has nothing to do with anybody's actual, like, character. They're just weird little things. Okay. Ooh, Harpy's back. I have so many toys. Look, I have so much pocket junk. I found puppies. I think she's kind of doing the shaman-y thing. She's doing the druid kind of pretty well with the, like, absolute theft of dogs and any small animal that she comes across. She's like, this is mine now. I hope you're okay with that because it's mine now. Ah! Ah, there's a bird up here! There's a dead bird. Nobody mind me! There's no bird. There's never any bird. It's an imaginary bird. But yeah, I gotta fix my skill point, but I don't think I'm really gonna make a big deal out of it until I get to 120, because it's like, you know, I can work on, like, gear stuff.
Sure. I used my kick instead.
You hit him where it hurt. You hit him in the one place that he was weakest. The one place where his hide wasn't showing. Got him right in the eye.
And also I hurt his pride by kicking him instead of killing him with my sword.
Ellis had pride.
Oh, I think this.
Pride.
I think this really gives good old time for huzzah, yeah.
Well, speaking of huzzah, I was wondering, would you care to join us? We were just about to go to the tavern to celebrate after spending some time hunting and obtaining resources.
You know what, honestly, I'd love to take you up on that. Unfortunately, I've got a bit of work I need to take care of. Busy.
Very well.
Speaking of, Quincy, I have your potions.
Perfect. I've got your bookshelves.
You got a quiver, Jerry.
Miss Harpy, good to see you.
Oh, hello. I have
Harpy.
so many puppies! Who wants a puppy?
Yeah, Quincy made it.
I found puppies!
I cannot raise an animal.
Maybe take him.
There's the puppies! I have 4 puppies!
It would die under me.
It's puppies!
Pet bear behind mine. And this is having a good with that.
I also found ponies.
Hello?
Greetings, may we enter?
Of course. How are you all?
I'm doing quite well. We're off duty, and we officially want to see if you would be willing to offer your services of your tavern.
Of course. Grab a seat somewhere. If you
Oh my god, there's so many horses in here!
Open the wall and make a new.
Oh, there's
Oh no, oh no.
Amaya, you can call me Amaya.
Amaya. Wonderful. How much would it cost me to get some pure aloe potions?
Oh, it will cost you nothing currently.
Oh.
Things are. I just want to make sure everyone's well taken care of if I can.
Wonderful.
Oh, so Percival.
Well, whenever you have some extra, it's perfectly fine.
I've been able to have the builders.
Oh yes,
It's
yes.
not by later.
For your needs.
Oh, no, come. I have some extra now.
Tremendous.
Okay.
I found Cronulla!
Damn it.
Harpy!
What? Okay, I have to. Sorry. He's in the way. He was trying to help me. I have so much things.
Enjoy your new bookshelves.
Oh, thank you. Here, Quincy. Here. Oh, God.
Oh.
Ah, well. Yeah, this will do very nicely.
Thank you.
Where you put them?
And lastly,
That's a great spot.
You don't understand how hard they were to get through the door.
You're very resourceful. These will do perfectly. Once I'm done, once
I didn't
everyone's
see
settled.
You didn't even see the other one.
God.
Ah,
The
didn't see
sky
them
is
behind.
screaming. I found Bluebell too.
Thank you,
way, I also found these.
Oh, hello,
ones.
Harpy.
I brought 'em over.
Hello. I have so many plants in my pockets.
Come on the table.
Who do you think I want eggs?
I have a book.
Oh,
Ooh.
those are lovely.
I like books.
Understood.
Oh, this is so pretty.
I found it.
Thought you might like
Mm-hmm.
them.
Squatter, just so I can, if I
Yes,
can.
Where did you find it?
Thank you.
Just,
They look
I've
rather
just
sturdy as
moved
well.
them to my-
Yeah, I found them in the box
Sorry,
downstairs.
I'm going to step away
I'm
from
not sure
this.
what the place is called.
Right here, put it right here
Thank
so they
you
can
very
see your
much.
pizza. Is this pizza? Because I don't know. I think this is flatbread with like chicken and bacon and I don't know what the hell that is, but cheese, more cheese. Sorry, strawberry heavy. One moment. One moment. Do you think the armor would like a puppy?
Anybody in town buying hides?
I think everybody's just been stuffing them into the tannery. No one lives there or works there, so we figured it'd be a good place to put everything. Oh, you don't live here? You're not? Oh, never mind. Oh, I don't know if we buy
I was
those.
just passing through, getting a lay of the land.
I'm going to give the armor smith a puppy. He'll love it.
I'm hoping to speak to Sebastian and get some better daggers before I head out.
He's removed my box for puppies.
Thank you.
Here,
Yeah, I'll see
here's a
you
puppy.
later. So,
No problem.
with your permission, I'll start moving all my stock over.
Take
if
these
that's
if you
alright.
yes. As long as
Okay.
Greetings.
Alright, I have about 13 animals in my pockets, but
Oh yeah.
I need some bluebells.
Oh, Lady Chimba.
What is that?
A wolf.
that way,
Badly
no one
wounded, corrupted.
No one can
wolf.
argue that it wasn't
Okay.
decreed by the king.
Indeed.
Show me. Let's see. Oh, she's so loud. Okay. I need a bookshelf. I found a scroll today. It was very exciting. I can't get into any of the bookshelves. That's silly. What did you find?
Here, I'll put it in here.
Alright. What book is this? Oh, Tomb of Natural Ascension. Oh. So, what does this do? Can you do anything with them? Or?
Yes, it's how you get more powerful, but I'm not sure exactly how to use it.
I am not either. We need a bookshelf that we can put books into, honestly. It's so silly that none of the books in the bookshelves in the library work like that.
Yes, I don't know.
No.
Very inconvenient.
I also probably need a refrigerator because I have about 6 horses in my pocket. And I think maybe we do not need to pull all the horses out.
That makes sense. Once you're
Oh,
done, join us in the tavern, and either me or my squires will inform you on everything.
Indeed,
Oh,
I
I'm
shall.
gonna have a new neighbor.
Does anyone know how to make a refrigerator?
Grimhelm, was that a mead that you ordered or a meal?
Meat. Honey.
You alright, mate?
A meat.
Yes.
Oh, wow, we're gonna be neighbors. Isn't it wonderful?
I think you have that
I
right.
know, yeah, it's good
Bob?
news. I've been moved to bigger lodgings, so
Alright.
better for.
I have a.
I would love some berry juice if it's not too much trouble.
I'm not sure if we actually have anything non-alcoholic at the moment. Let's see.
Perhaps a tea would be fine too if you have some of that.
Just... Ignore the dogs in the box.
How much will that cost?
Not a drinking man.
Alright. Alright. Okay, we need a box. Who can make boxes?
I was wondering.
Hello, friend.
Can you make a torn cloak? By any chance?
Cloak. Let's have a look. I've just packed up a fair amount of my stock to move around. Let's have a look in it.
Who can make these giant boxes? Because we need some.
What kind of cloak are you looking for? You say torn. The only schematic for a torn cloak I have in my catalogue here is for a torn pirate-like cloak. You looking for something specific?
It's from the blueprint manuals.
Then I get 2 ale.
Sure can.
Nice to meet you, Edwin. I'm held here.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Helga.
Hello.
I'll get everything up.
Hello, is anyone home? Oh, so I've broken my sickle. Can you fix it? It is.
Is it completely broken?
No, I didn't break it all the way. I thought that was a bad idea. Alright. It is my favourite sickle, and I've almost destroyed it completely. Yeah.
I should have a kit here. Give me just a second.
And then I also have this legendary armor patch kit that I don't need.
Oh, that's quite useful if you want to just set that somewhere.
Alright, I will stick it in a place that you will not find it for 3 days. It'll be fine. Perfect. Perfect! Do you want some...
That should do it.
Fabulous. Do you want some blood? I'm
Yes,
not...
I actually need blood.
I have 1 blood. I'm not sure why, but I have 1 blood. I think you found it in a box somewhere. Yes. I have a question for you. This is another question. Can you make bows?
Bows. Let me take a look real quick. I don't know if I have
Because currently, these are not helping me particularly much. When things get very... I'm like, no, go away.
So I can make a bow, but it's like, I'm not really proficient in the arrows.
Gotcha, and so that's fine. Or, what about... Never mind. Unless you know how to load a staff. I have this staff, I've had it for quite a while. I don't know how to load it. No, but I don't know how to load it. That's the problem.
You need to find, it looks like a, can I see it real quick?
Yeah, of course. I have no idea how to load the damn thing. Like this I can load. This works, but this is not the staff.
So, this staff gonna need a form of arcane magic, air magic, or water magic.
But not fire. Fire doesn't count.
Fire.
Alright, I'm
So
perfect.
What
Oh!
sort of faction did you go with?
Oh, I'm of the Elvenor Covenant or whatever the fancy elves are. Also, one.
Yes, that'll be water, arcane, or air.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought you needed some sense beat into you. But also, do you have an interest in something called eternal suffering?
Eternal suffering.
What? That's something to
no.
put on the weapons. You said you wanted enchantments for the weapons.
I don't know about eternal suffering for weapons.
You said look into enchantments for weapons, and I found one. It's called eternal suffering.
I don't know that I've seen that, so bring it to me, sure, but...
I'll have to
I
collect...
mainly look to have a Drake enhancement made, but...
Yes, well, I'll see what I can do. I need to go find what I did with all the bluebells. I brought bluebell back, and I needed the dust, and I probably should have just told her that I needed the dust before I just threw it in her box. So here you go, I need some dust. Alright, thank you. Thank you!
How are you?
Good, about yourself.
Doing alright. I was curious if you were able to make any better daggers.
Okay, brought back this, and I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna bring this, and I'm gonna grind up some dust. Bluebell dust. Speak of the devil. I need dragonfern dust. I'm gonna steal some of that too. I'll leave the rest for her. Oh, you're not the lady. What is that? What's that? Oh, so shiny over there.
I had a question for you.
Oh, yes. What?
I felt a small breeze on my toes last night, and when I opened my eyes, I'm sure that I saw you in my room.
It is, it's possible. I thought you were my cousin Laura, and she had been in that house earlier, and so when I came in, and then I saw that you had a mustache, and I had to tickle it, and that was about the extent of it.
Alright. So I did see you in my room.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
probably.
I wasn't imagining.
No, yes, I was there because of the visions. The bird said I should go in there, and it wasn't Laura who I thought they were sending me to. It was you, and the bird said tickles mustache and leave, and so I did.
Right, okay, well maybe I should learn to lock the door.
Yes. What's that? Do you know what that is in the corner? It's very shiny.
Yes, I'm using it to make oil from...
Oh, is it one of the, like, a crusher?
I believe so.
Oh, that's very fancy. I like that a lot.
Hello there.
Hello.
I don't believe we've met yet, have
I do not believe.
Tickled your mustache. Huh? Tickle your mustache. Okay. It's so damn dark in here. Yes.
The lady was out just over the hill. I believe she was gathering some resources.
Ah, okay. I was just looking for her.
I need... Who can make boxes? I need a box.
in the library so that we can utilize it whenever we have the means to.
Oh, do you mean the fire town?
No, the Ascension for nature magic.
Oh yes.
All
Did
that
you...
stuff's been
Hello, Harp.
boxed up here, ready to leave. Little note, very nice.
Did you already go and get the second one from that fellow over by the spire?
No, I don't have the resources for it yet.
Ah, okay.
What does he need? We should probably make an earth altar.
He needs 20 star metal ore, 10 black lotus, and 25 fire bloom.
He has no choice. He's been ordered to by the king.
So is it necessary? So we got to talk to each of them individually, yes, or is it just the books that come back?
We just need the book.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes. Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, mate. I'm still
Yes,
setting
that.
up.
Yeah.
If I put a press down here, then you can just pop it in that.
Oh wait, what was it? Oh god, my head is... I'm all over the place right now. I don't remember. Well, star metal or...
Yes.
10 black lotus, 25 fire blue. Right.
Is there any way to write all of this down in my pocket? The books I have don't seem to take the pen very well.
Over here, mate. You just chuck it in there for now. It's very helpful.
Oh, yes, I just keep notes on my person.
Oh, I have another question. Is there any way to actually put books on the damn bookshelves?
Yes.
I suppose you
Harpy.
mind
You
running
put
a quick
books on
errand
the
for me,
bookshelf.
like,
Have you tried to put a book on the bookshelves? I was trying to get the one about the things that the little birds down south eat, and the book would not come out. And then I was trying to put this scroll back on the shelf, and it wouldn't go in. And I was having a horrible time.
Start moving that over as well.
That's fairly strange.
Oh, maybe I'm just very not good with that kind of stuff.
What kind of bookshelf is it?
It's all the bookshelves in the library. They're all like that, every single one.
That's very odd.
Do you have a bookshelf you can put books in?
Well, I was just given some bookshelves by Quincy. They're a bit taller than what's in the library, though.
Sure, can I see them?
Oh, yes, let me show you. Where did I... One moment, I have to go grab them.
This is quite nice. I like this quite a lot. This is very pretty.
Oh, yeah. And this is the one I had Quincy make.
You can put books in this bookshelf, but I can't put books in the bookshelves in the library. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, those are actually... Wait, it's a little too short of wall in the library for this one, right?
Oh, probably not in the room that we're squatting in. I think we could probably fit one in there. And Lord knows I keep finding books, and I keep needing places to put them. And we don't have anywhere to put the damn books or the scrolls. I found a sea shanty yesterday, and then I left it somewhere.
Well, if you would like one of these, you're free to take this one.
Oh,
I have a couple other.
I would love it. I'm going to take this now. That's a dismantle. Don't do that, Harpy. Don't break stuff.
Oh, I was going to say, don't break it, please.
I got it. I'll put it in the library, and we'll just start stuffing books in there.
Very friendly chap. Just
Because right now, I've got nowhere to put the damn books.
So yeah.
Oh God.
Perfect. Well, yes, you can have that one. But you didn't break it.
I will probably not break it. Maybe.
Probably, yes.
Probably not. Alright, but I also figured out this thing, which I think is like a knife, and you're supposed to stab dead people with it. And I think it sucks out their souls, but I don't know where.
Can you make any more? It's for ectoplasm.
I can, yes. I think it is for ectoplasm. I was going to test it. If you'd like to take this one, I could go make another one. So, this one has fine. Like it's. And then I was gonna. It's because the ectoplasm. I know we need it, but I was trying to make these all day yesterday. That was with the bluebells, and I came back with about 1,000 bluebells, and then I stole some of your dust and put the bluebells outside in the basket, because you know, and the same thing with a couple of things.
Do you need bluebell dust? Right?
No, I took some already. Don't worry.
Okay.
I put 1,000 bluebells in the box there. So.
Okay. I made more bluebell dust if you need it.
Yes.
I do have some running about to do.
Yeah, no, it's fine. And then I brought you back a lot of all
what
the things.
What did you do when you went to the volcano for? How did you keep from dying of the heat?
Oh, I just kept a big bag of ice in my pocket. And anytime I got a little fainty, I kind of just stuffed the ice up my nose. I mean, you could probably eat it too, but I felt like it was very sinus clearing. I felt really clean afterwards.
I'd have to guess this is quite refreshing.
It was keeps you awake too. Like, oh, yes.
I'll have to remember that. I do need to go up there.
Yes, it was quite. But I got all the bluebells, and I brought a little bit of citronella. I couldn't find much of that. And there was some Catherian plant, and then, you know, all the other ones too. But I'll make another couple of those, so I think that was oh yeah, I gotta go steal some more gems from the blacksmith, and it's just not theft. It's not theft if I ask after I take it.
Yes, as long as you ask, it's not theft.
Yes, if I ask after I take it, it's not theft. Oh look, it's the dear gentleman that I found.
Hello there, young lady. How are you?
Did you get yourself a horse?
I got myself a horse.
Oh yes.
Right there.
Yes, there's horses everywhere now. I think that's our horse over there in the middle of the road. He likes to stand in the middle.
I don't think our stable a lot of.
Well, the other question is like we have a lot of horses and no place to put the horses before we place them down in the stable. We need a fridge. Got to keep them chilly. Fresh horses in the fridge.
Fresh horses? It sounds like you're going to eat them.
I mean, if they die. But I'm sure they're
and it's a good way to, you know, give sacrifices to those demons that, you know, want to try and eat us. So,
what,
you know.
What demons? What are you on about?
There's demons. You know.
Oh, are you talking about the, shadow people who live in the bog?
No. No, some roaming around those islands.
Yeah, they're like the shadow people. I don't know.
No. It was just like a tiny one. Weird.
Oh. Are you talking about maybe Puck?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, I don't think she wants to eat you. She just Puck, you know, the little one. She's like this big, and then she roams around with someone who goes a lot.
Yeah, yes. I believe her name. Oh.
Yes.
I've never met this before.
Oh no, they're quite friendly. I really should move my horse out the middle of the road, but it's fine.
I see. I don't believe I've met you. I'm Lady Amaya. I run the bot.
So say that again, Lady.
If not,
Amaya.
I am.
She's my
best.
She's my best friend. That's not family members. Don't take offense to the Laura.
I'm sorry? Oh. I'm Laura Tregor.
Oh, another Tregor. All right, I have to go. I'll admit.
Yes, there are lots of Tregors. They're all very nice, though. Lots of Tregors.
Yeah. Don't be fooled.
I haven't met a bad Tregor yet, so yeah, that's a good start.
I didn't introduce myself by kicking you, so there, very clearly, you had a bad interpretation of me. Usually, I just start with the kicking. Get a funny leg. It just kind of goes sometimes.
Oh, good. As long as you're not kicking people, you know, like the king. You know, that would be awful.
Who's the king?
Well, King Arthur, but...
Where's he? I've seen the knight.
Apparently he's sick.
Oh. You sure he's not secretly dead?
I hope not. Because otherwise, he's running this, you know, this fine kingdom.
That is a serious question. Who is running this kingdom, especially if the king is dead or sick, as you say?
I'd like to not think about things like that.
Oh.
We're doing quite fine running the town.
Yeah, no, it's fine down here. Up in the castle, it's probably chaotic. Have you ever been up there? I got lost for 3 days once in the corridors.
In the
castle was so confusing. I went left and then I went right and then I was in the same hole I started in. And then I went left
I've
again.
Not been to the castle. I've not been to the castle.
You haven't been to the castle yet? Well, it's quite marvellous in there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's
I
beautiful.
came to town and got straight to work.
It's beautiful, but it's definitely a mess. Trying to find my way out if I tried. I rang a bell once and it rang for 4 days.
4?
4 whole days it rang for. And it was those
4 days.
Well, 3 of those days I was stuck in the castle. It was a long time the bell rang.
How did you survive?
I found the kitchen like 7 times. So
That's good. That's good.
Okay.
It's the best place.
I
live up. My room is just above the kitchen, so.
That explains your fine physique then, so quite handsome if I do say so myself.
Thank you.
Good night, Sir Winifred.
My physique is marvellous.
Thank you. There's a young lady.
Are you a knight, Sir Winifred? Are you a knight or a squire?
No, that's a long tale. I used to be a knight in a kingdom, not from here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yes, I was dishonoured, unfortunately. So I came here to regain honour.
Oh, well, this is, I suppose. Welcome to Starfell.
Wait, what is this
thank
place
you.
called? I thought this place was Camelot.
Well, this is Camelot, isn't it?
Well, I call it Starfell. Starfell Farms is just up the way. I think it's called Starfell.
Maybe that's just the name of the farm itself.
I thought Camelot was the castle itself, and this is Starfell.
Wait, maybe Camelot's the kingdom? I don't know.
Camelot is kingdom overall, but this town is Starfell.
We definitely need somebody who knows what they're talking about. Who is the mayor of this town?
Where's Sir Percival?
Sir Percival!
Where's
Wait! We summon him! Sir Percival!
Sir Percival!
We require assistance! Hello?
She's not Percival, she's...
You sure that's not Sir Percival? She could have been cursed by a...
No,
bug wallop.
No, I am not Sir Percival. Sorry.
Oh, who are you if not Sir Percival? Because we summoned Sir Percival and you appeared.
Nope. My name is Alexandra. Not Sir Percival. Sorry to disappoint you.
Oh, you're sure. Definitely not
A
cursed,
pleasure,
right?
Alexandra. Excuse our silliness.
What are you talking about? This is serious. This is not silly at all.
I mean, Camelot is a silly place.
No, it's extremely serious here. We're on the hunt. Hey, look, we summoned him and he's back. Sir Percival! Sir Percival, we summoned him.
Did we summon him?
Yeah, look. That's Sir Percival, right? He's very shiny. I assumed it was Percival.
In the name of the king, who is ringing the bell?
It was a summoning ritual for Sir Percival.
And it seems to have worked.
It worked! It's very powerful magic indeed.
Actually, not only do you have Sir Percival, you also have Sir Tristan as well.
Oh, we've just summoned a whole table.
And company.
And company.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, Sir Saras, we had a question. This town, is it called Starfell or is it Camelot?
Well, Camelot is the kingdom you're in. The village itself is called Starfell.
Yes.
There we go.
How did you know?
There we go.
I didn't know.
There we go.
That's what I get for not knowing. You were right, I was wrong.
Oh, it's alright. No, it's alright. It's all information is information. Sometimes it gets led, but
It's very important we perform that ritual to summon Percival so he could answer our question about the town name.
That is fine. We do not mind at all. Feel free to ask about anything. That is why we are here.
Oh,
Yes,
of
we were
course.
just enjoying some light conversation with all the work going on, just taking a moment to de-stress.
I have a question. What are those giant green things? We went and found, like, we were in the no man's land, and there was giant green things, the size of, like, the tallest Tregor.
Is it demon?
It
Is
was
it a demon?
huge. It might have been a demon. It was very dark.
demon?
There was lightning and thunder, and we were scared, and we ran away, and then we fell into the jungle, and there were more of them. They were giant and green.
Do any of you know what she speaks of?
Laura, you were there. You were there, Laura. Back me up.
Is it Van Ghoul? Were they big creatures with axes?
Was that what they were, Laura? Laura.
Possibly.
It was very dark.
We also saw some very weird insect creatures in the jungle, if that's what you're talking about.
No, I meant the lightning, thunder, scary things, the big things that chased us.
Are you talking about those great
Yes, they were
giant that we saw in the jungle?
Maybe.
All right.
The ones we saw in the jungle the other night when it was pitch black outside.
I don't know.
I'm
sorry.
Do you not remember the thunderstorm and the giant green things chasing us?
No, I remember the giant men that had axes.
Oh, yes,
they were humongous.
So there's giant green men with axes in the jungle.
It's terrifying, right?
I don't know if he was in the jungle. He was near the jungle, though.
They chased us into the jungle.
I think I've seen them too. First of all, you should never go to the jungle when it's dark. Even with a torch. That place is scary.
But I got a
It's filled with
lantern.
all sorts of creatures.
It's always dark, though.
Always bring a company. At least one of my squires or one of the knights if they're
Okay.
available.
Which is good, because very clearly we could not have... We just ran away. We ran away quite quickly.
You're indeed correct.
Thank you for the
The
follow
jungle
me,
is filled
Rotten.
with all sorts of creatures. And some of these green individuals are indeed very fierce opponents. So you should be very careful.
Perhaps some sort of giant.
Yes, that's kind of... Yes, you're like the frost giants up in the hill, but green. And big teeth.
Oh. Like orcs or something?
Maybe? I'm not
Or-
quite sure.
Orc?
Those are just made up. That's just a legend. Those don't exist.
Yes, come man, those are.
Come on,
lots of
even I
children's
know those
stories
are
used to scare
imaginary.
children to bed.
Well, apparently, I met an orc in that floating island.
Oh?
Yeah, apparently so.
Are you sure you weren't floating in a drink?
I called him a demon, and apparently he denies that. He said he's mostly, he said it was an orc. I said, oh, is it like a small goblin or something like that? He said, no. He said, he said he's more related to elves apparently. Apparently so.
Curious.
Yeah.
Curious indeed.
Are you sure he's not just mad?
Oh, we should ask everybody now that we have them here. Has anybody seen any books or tomes or shanties or scrolls? Or anybody who talks about them recently?
Wait, are you still searching this fire tome?
Well-
we were talking about earlier.
No, well, they found the fire tome, and we found the fire altar, but we're talking about, like, I just like books. Book scrolls and all the knowledgeable things written down. Or anybody who might be selling them. Or magi that might be hiding in the woods.
We will keep that in mind. And if we ever encounter some of these books you speak of, we will bring them straight to you.
Fabulous. Yes.
Yes, I also have quite a dangerous task for you, if any of you will take it up. I am in need of ectoplasm. If you happen to find some or come across any, those, whatever they are, undead, something of the sort in the mountain. Apparently they have them.
Soon we should be able to craft tools that gather the ectoplasm much faster. And once we get there, We will definitely bring you some.
How many do you need? It's the soul siphon, right? That's what we didn't test this right. We probably should have tested it first. I gave it to you, so you're in charge now.
We'll test it out. But thank you, Sir Percival and Knights, for answering our summons, I suppose.
It was a summoning patrol and it worked, I told you. Magic works.
Yeah, the bill works.
It's magic, alright? We did the chant, we did the dance, we rang the bell, they showed up.
Well, we shall keep these things in mind. I should like to have some more information on these green men you speak of.
I'm sure we'll go on another adventure and probably get chased by them again.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Have you been visited by another group, perhaps found out in the jungle as well? I believe they are inhabiting the East Coast somewhere. If you have any information on them, you know, how many there are, what their plans are, we would like to know.
I only saw
The
one.
Mr. Quincy was talking about.
It was the same time in the darkness, and he said, I don't need any help, and the bird said he didn't need any help, so I just abandoned him to the green people. There was only one, though.
I just got this man a pillow and he woke up.
Oh!
Look
at that pillow!
I believe I've never met this person before.
I thought he was... Can I have that pillow back, please? Thank you.
We recently met someone in the mountains that was a
Later.
smaller gentleman with another bigger gentleman that was.
Do you want to
elite.
come play with us,
His
McRotten?
name was Balky. Anyone's ever met him? Kind of barbaric clothes. Barely any armor.
Do you mean the people running about in fur?
Yes, barely any further. Plus face paints and.
Yes, I saw about 3 of them the other day running about that city, that dang city, full of corruption and
Conan
whatnot.
RP, Vikings versus Knights.
I'd like to know if there's just the same 3 running around, or if we're seeing different groups.
Has anyone thought to go ask them?
Keep an eye out.
Or should we not talk to them?
Well, I don't see any reason we shouldn't speak with them, especially if they're looking for trade.
Yeah, they're King Arthur's subjects after all, right?
They are.
They're just weird ones.
One way or another, we need to learn more about them.
We should go ask them. You want to go ask them?
Well, of course. Yeah. Sure, ask him.
Let's go ask them. Yes, well, I need a book for this.
Oh, I do beg for your forgiveness. Must have all.
I'm so excited about this bookshelf. More sapphire shards. Hello! Ooh, this is definitely to keep me out. I love it. I need sapphire shards for reasons that involve the undead. Can I have some? I can't hear you. If you're speaking, I can't. Yeah?
So you have something?
No, I need sapphire shards for reasons. And I've been told I should ask first and take second instead of take first and ask second.
Yeah, that's probably good. Go ahead and grab some.
Alright, thank you. I'm sorry. I'll go get more today. I will probably go get more crystal today because I love crystals. They're just so good for the energy. Oh no, it's the chromium bar and the... I need a chromium bar and an amethyst shard.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, really sorry. I'm back again. I didn't pay attention to the full grocery list. I need 15 chromium bars and 1 amethyst shard as well. Yeah, I'm making them. I can make you 2 one as well. I gave her 1, and I'm gonna take 1, or I can give it to you. Because I know that's it's so that people can go get ectoplasm. That's the theory anyways.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the chromium bars in
Alright,
here.
you're wonderful. Thank you. I super appreciate it.
Yes, you're welcome.
I need 1. Yeah. Supposedly. Hello, Albion! How are you doing today? You're not Albion. Hello.
No.
You should go kick
Echo.
your cousin in the head. He's just outside walking around very dramatically. Albion!
Albion?
That's Risco. That's Risco right there. Risco. Okay, so this is the one that's for farming.
Albion Tregor was family, and I should head over here.
Hi, I think it was to meet me. Yes. Hello, how are you? Good to see you.
Oh, well. Good. How about you?
Yeah. Well, when we go to the desert, we can...
Alright, I'm ready.
Are you ready, Harpy?
I'm ready!
Oh.
I'm ready!
Well, I shall take my leave, and I will conclude moving the. So you all know, the bakery has been moved to where the armory was, and the armory has been moved to where the bakery was.
Alright.
Just to avoid any confusion.
Alright.
Okay. Thank you.
Wait, should we request some of the very strong and handsome guards all come with us and escort us to go ask these people who they are?
If you
Sure.
wish to do so, I believe that if men-at-arms show up, it may be taking a...
So instead we'll send women at arms. Look, I got really strong arms.
I don't know, Miss Harpy. You were really having a trouble yesterday just punching people.
And you know what? I'm a very fierce warrior.
Okay.
She's definitely fierce.
Fierce. Feisty, one might say.
Farewell, Sir Percival.
Indeed, my lady. Farewell is to you all.
Alright. Away!
Should we get that? Actually, where's Sebastian? Sebastian.
So I'm going to make.
I can't tell who anybody is unless I get
I
really.
mean, if you do want me to come with, I can just put on something more or less guard.
Well, Lara could probably be less of a guard too, but that's fine. We're gonna go make friends with the people in the jungle and figure out what these do. They're really exciting.
I'm just going to get 1 set for now so that we can just share it, and then.
Oh yeah, of course.
You said you made more than 1, right?
I can't. No, I gave the second one to Miss. You would like this one? I'll give it to you, and I'll go ask him for more material for the third one. He's gonna be really mad at me. I keep asking him for things.
Oh, thank you, by the way, nobody.
Okay.
Oh, you're welcome. Good to see.
One last time, I swear, it's the last time. Maybe. Where did you go? He wasn't here. Oh. I didn't want these. Where'd they go? I didn't want all of these, oh my god. Okay. Hang on.
Things.
It was apparently I had to make 2 of them, and I didn't make 2. I only made 1 because I'm stupid. Can I have a couple more chromium bars? I'm really, really sorry. Because I didn't make 1 for Laura, and then I gave her mine, and I went, oh shoot.
There you are.
You're really a very nice man. I very much appreciate you just letting me rummage through all of your things. It's great.
You're welcome.
Oh my god. This, and then we need to make 10 of these, and 1 of those. Yes, there we go. Now everybody's got one. Alright.
How are we doing today, Sebastian? How's the weapon and tool Friday coming?
Okay. Alright, I got it. I think I've only annoyed him about 17 times so far today, so it should be fine. Still on his good side. For blacksmith.
I was just going for a reinforcement kit.
Oh, well, I'm sure he will be more than pleased. I should talk to the armor smith about, making some of this I would like maybe not as heavy, because it's extremely heavy, and I don't like heavy things. I need something that helps me be more accurate. Also, I'd love some dye, because it's too white. Maybe a different set of pants. No, mixed feelings on the pants. Who keeps burping?
Who keeps what? Burping?
Do you not hear burping?
No, it's not me.
Have you been drinking, Sir Tregor? It's alright.
Is this like maybe someone's burping? Is this the new armory? This is the new armory. Okay. Yes.
Alright, let me talk to Sebastian.
Yeah, I'll hang out and bother some more people. You won't be bothered. Right, where's the gentleman that works here? You definitely are burping. I can hear it.
No, it's definitely not me.
Who the heck is doing it?
Oh well, this is beautiful armor.
I don't know what it is that burping, but there's so much burping.
Well, if you do want me to come along,
You're
I can
welcome to
along
come.
with the
You're
fire.
welcome to come. We're going to go investigate today. You share the fire I found.
Oh, I've been wanting
Hello.
to find fire.
It's been so we have the book for it, and we can make more. I'm not sure who you have to talk to, but you have to jump through the dragon's mouth, and then you have to hopscotch across his hot tonsils. And then there's the thing. Hey, Squirt. Hello. Would you like to go into the dangerous jungle with us? Swimming and AC are here to protect us.
Can you say all of that again? I'm sorry.
What did I say, AC?
Something about a dangerous jungle. I'm not sure.
Oh yes, we were
Lots
going
of
to.
jumping.
That was a different thing. That was about the tonsils. No, the jungle. The jungle. We were going to go to the jungle to talk to. But it was a guy about a thing. I don't remember. No, it was the people in the fur clothes. We were going to go talk to them and tell them that King Arthur is so happy to have them as subjects. I don't know why they're sending us. That seems like a horrible, horrible idea. Although I am a great diplomat.
You are.
I see.
Well, it was more because I wanted to know if they had any books. That's really the main purpose of all of this, is to find out if they have any books.
Wait, are these the men that the soldiers were talking about in the tavern earlier?
Probably. Maybe. I don't know. They're just the jungle people. They said they were jungle people, so we're going to go see them.
Do they talk with like a funny accent? Or not speak, the common language?
I don't know. You say that like... What's a funny accent sound like?
Doesn't sound like anything from around here.
Maybe.
Like we talking rough, or we talking, it really depends.
I'm not sure. All they said is that that these men have trouble speaking your language.
Oh.
Laura, did you ever figure out how the staffs work?
Hello, sir.
How the what works?
The staffs! I have this very fancy staff that a man that kind of looked like an elf gave me, and I didn't know what to do with it.
Oh, a staff.
Yes.
I thought you were saying stash, like a mustache.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no,
That's what
I tickled Lawrence's
Yes, that's what I thought.
mustache. The bird just told me to last night. So I snuck into his house and I tickled his mustache and then I left. I literally just ran my finger across his mustache. That's not anything inappropriate.
You are the strangest family member I know, Miss Harpy.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's fine. I think we're just waiting on the apothecary. Who do I keep hearing burping? Is it these two in the back over here who are drunkenly brawling? Is it you two?
It's very strange.
I don't know why I'm hearing this burping, but it's fine. It's fine.
I thought I saw my husband run by. Just a moment. My dear, my love, my lion.
I guess, well, I'll make an orrery while we wait.
Yes, I had a thing to say to you, and then I got completely distracted by
Here, where did you get that on?
By your absolute.
Oh, this is just the normal armor you wear now.
Harpy?
Which is completely...
Yes?
Here, take this reinforcement and
Oh.
put it upon your scythe.
On my what? My scythe? Oh, wonderful.
Your tool, yes.
Yes.
I'm stalling because I'm trying to remember.
Oh, you have
so
one as well.
Yes, I can't get it to work though, so I just have it because it looks pretty. I was going to make an orrery. Do you have any oil?
Oh, okay. Oh, there's nobody in here?
I do have oil.
I need like 2 oil and then like 2 steel bars.
That's not what I meant.
Yeah? That's not what you meant?
Awesome. Oh, it's in.
It's fine.
Yeah, just a little bit of oil.
Where are you going to put the orrery?
I don't exactly know what an orrery is, but I figured I'd put it somewhere in the library.
But
oh,
it's large. It's rather large.
Well, we'll just put it by we'll find a place. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Did you take some out of here?
Out of here? Okay, I'll take some there.
Very interesting things that you
Then I must go find some steel. And then we go.
Yeah, you see how this is how I made some of the chairs.
Yeah, It's very interesting.
I saw the steel.
Did you remember yet or no?
No, I gave up on what I was thinking.
It sounded like it was something. It sounded like it was something you were going to do.
Oh, well, no, actually, right, so, the Tregors, I think, were going to make a bit of a trip out to the jungle. Ugh, hot. I think we're
did
gonna
you-
speak to, or at least try to find some of the people that Sir Tristan was talking about.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you talking? Oh, this is beautiful! I don't know where we're putting it though. I thought this was for birds.
A lot of fighters.
This is very big.
Harpy, you thought this was for birds.
I thought it was a bird cage, you know, orrery, like the study of the bird. This is not what I thought it was at all. Maybe I could get on the roof. Do you think?
I don't think it's a good idea.
You should come.
I know.
Wait, how are you getting on the roof?
I'm climbing, obviously.
Your defense, that was a very good
right. Oh, this is what.
proposition.
You know, we could bring you know.
Perfect. I don't know what it does. I really thought it was for birds, but now it's definitely for birds. They'll sit on it, And yeah, perfect.
This worked out well. This worked out well.
That's just right. Look, you could see what part of the stars we're under. It's definitely not the size I thought it was.
Okay.
Harpy, you should bring it forward a bit.
Okay.
It's your tavern if you want to close it.
Put up there.
An orrery.
Oh, I cannot move it. I cannot move the orrery.
I'm not gonna let you go without.
I'm a. How do I get down?
Harpy.
Uh,
Know how to scale the building.
Where are you?
I'm so help! Help me!
Where are you?
Help!
She's on the roof.
I made a mistake.
Don't jump, Harpy.
Oh god, I'm gonna jump. Oh god, oh! Okay, now I'm on this roof. Just trying to get to the ground. I think I can slide down maybe here. I think I got it. Okay, we're good. Okay. Hello. Sorry, don't mind me.
I'm going to I'm gonna put some things away in the
Okay.
tavern room that me and my husband are gonna come with. Do we need
Fabulous.
our horses?
Yes, probably.
Sorry, I was unable to hear
Okay.
if you spoke.
Oh, there's a storm coming in 30 minutes.
So?
Is it going to be a large trip then? Are we all going?
We're gonna all go. It's fine. We're gonna go say hi in the bed. They give us some books.
I met a few people down south in the desert. They were a little suspicious, but they said they were from the west.
The only diviner. Thank you for the
Wait, no,
follow.
East. So I'm terrible
Oh.
at direction.
They were from not here. See, you can't even see that I put an orrery on the roof. It's great. No one will even know. It's massive. Oh my
Put an
god.
orrery on the roof?
I thought it was for birds. Do you see it? Do you see the orrery?
Oh my gosh, I can see it.
It's perfect, right? It's just that's a perfect place for an orrery, is on the roof. So you could stand up there and judge where the stars are.
Oh wait, is Edwin awake? Edwin.
I believe he is. I thought I saw him.
I don't know how orreries work, but I really was excited about it. I need an old map. There's gonna be some chaos going on right now. Cause she's got
I'll definitely be happy once we eventually go and look for more spells and such. Like, you know, spells like this.
Yes, actually, do you have the ancient arts knowledge?
For what magic?
No,
No.
you have to. Did you go to your faction hall and talk to your faction?
And how much silver with that? I mean,
Okay, so first we have to make sure you get that done. And then we can take you to the druid who will teach you about nature magic, and then you can learn earth magic, which gives you AoE healing spell.
Definitely.
First we have to find... Yes.
tell Harpy's been here because there's just junk everywhere. Oh no, this map does not want to have a good time.
By chance, would you be able
sword, or you still need a lot of stuff?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I said, would you by chance be able to make me a sword, or do you still need a lot of stuff?
Thicker and bitter
I found some of that.
those two things, I can go make a shit ton of cores.
How much bitter citronella?
A lot.
Okay, because I only found like 300 when I went looking, and I dumped it into the alchemy box.
Yes,
They might
I
still be
think I,
there.
took it.
Oh, you took it. Okay.
Yes.
Can't get this man to work.
And what sword did you say? I didn't hear you.
I believe you mentioned earlier you were looking for a drop pane, right?
No.
Oh,
No,
what do
I'm
you-
more of a two-handed sword.
Oh, alright. But yeah, still same situation. I need to make cores, so it's gonna take some time.
Alright. What is the bigger sword one? Blade of something. Starts with a Z. Blade of... yes. Oh,
Go for everybody. Pass the word around. In the work orders. Write it on a note.
I need to figure out how to get a note.
Yes, exactly.
Look in your book and search for give me 1 second.
We need a
Search
book
for
box.
information on penmanship, and then you can get yourself a written note or something like that to write on.
Oh no, we're here because we're coming. Just waiting for the party to be ready.
We're going on a trip.
Alright. Alright, who else do we need? Oh, we should, when we go, everybody got a gas mask?
No. I did see that there was a chest
No.
down there.
I
but,
stuck a dog in it.
There were no gas masks.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait, why do we need gas masks? Harpy, where are we going?
Because you never know when you might
Needs one.
accidentally need one. Like when we accidentally are running from giant troll things and they chase us through a
I
deadly
don't need
garden
this
of
suit,
flowers.
doesn't it?
They grab my horse. You know what we do need? We need a box.
Nobody? Okay.
What?
is it?
I'll keep it then.
You made me
Let me go get my horse.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I can.
Oh yes, I need my horse.
Yes, and I think I'll break this star metal one down because, yeah.
Do we have a recycler? That's a thing I've always loved. A dismantling bench where you can break old things.
Are you going to head out?
Where's that paladin? I need a little bit of love. That man of the cloth.
Oh yes.
I just love you so much. And also, I don't trust myself leaning over the horse again.
I have quite a few things to do.
Uh-huh.
Almost fell off last time.
We learn from our mistakes.
Yes.
Well, here's the next question. Do we want to ride all the way there? Or do we want to take a portal?
Bitter Cornelia, if you pass it.
Yes, that's exactly it's a Cornelia. A lot of it.
Aren't we like on the very extreme opposite?
Yes.
Well, I would assume taking.
Well, we might find more magic-y book things on the way.
I could have split it with you.
Oh, it's fine.
I'll be sure to.
I have no use for magic books.
What about magic one of these? Like, oh, I can't pull it out on the book. Oh God, Shadowbolt, go! I just hit my horse.
Wait, Wait, do we all need horses? Wait, there's a storm coming.
Yes, what's your
Boys,
point?
while you're all here, if you have a request for a weapon or things like that, I want you to put it on a note and then put it in the box on my desk in there.
I see. Here, before you take off.
You have a weapon request, okay?
Do you need a special bow, my love?
I don't even know.
Blacksmith, excuse me. Do you also
Yes?
make arrows?
I can't make arrows, but I can make some bows, not really many. I don't really specialize in that. Normally a carpenter does, but
Could you fix this?
Jeez.
I broke it again.
No worries.
Could you fix that? I keep breaking all my tools.
Really,
It's not super broken, but it won't collect everything I want if I go out on an adventure.
Yeah.
It's probably still like 3 hours until that storm, even though it says it's really soon. I don't believe it. Last time was 5 minutes, and then it took an hour. Actually. Hang on, oh my god, I might have a brain emergency.
So are we waiting after the storm, or what?
Hey!
I think
Unsure.
We're just sitting out in the rain. It's fine.
we probably should. Possibly?
I mean, if we were to leave right now, we could easily make it to the portal and probably through whatever portal it is that we think we need to take.
Okay, side note, I just realized we are super late for something in my head, and I will be back in like, an hour. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, like, yeah, well, there's also a storm coming, so, like, I'll be back in like an hour. I'm so sorry.
We'll do this another day.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm all dressed for a trip, so...
Go on an adventure, have an adventure. Have fun, go, go, go.
Well, I need
Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta go take my daughter home. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be back in like an hour.